Hi, I'm Sandy with Lightning Tools, and I'm here again with Brett. Hi.
Hey Sandy, how are you doing?
Very good. Welcome back from the land of
Copenhagen.
the Vikings.
Yeah,
I was trying to
yeah.
think of some interesting other way to say it.
Okay. Well, you didn't say home of Lego, so that's
Sorry, I missed that.
yeah, yeah. What
Was
a
that a
successful
good
week that
conference?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really
Uh,
good. Great to be back at ESPC.
mm,
That was there. But the last one that we went to was the last in-person one that they did, and that was in
mm,
Prague.
mm.
So yeah, it was good to be back there.
Oh,
That was
awesome.
back in 2019. So
It's a
yeah.
pretty big conference, right? How
Mhm.
many people would you say?
I'd say a couple of thousand.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, people. So yeah, it's a good size, and
mm,
yeah, they move it around Europe quite a bit.
mm.
They announced the next one's going to be in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be yeah, short little hop for us. So that's cool.
Cool. And I saw that the Lightning Tools booth looked like a sort of a Christmas fireplace living room scene. It looked really cool.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So we didn't take the rally sim, which is what
Mm.
we usually do. We thought this close to Christmas, let's do something Christmassy. So
Uh-huh.
of course on the but when you're building out your booth, you've got the booth options from the event or the exhibition hosting the event, I should say,
Mm.
the equipment people, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they give you a choice of carpet colors, and
Uh,
they'll print your backdrop for you and build your booth and that sort of thing. So then you can choose whether you want to pay, I don't know, X amount for a wastebasket and so
right.
on and so forth.
Some power outlets. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the normal routine. It's
Mm.
just money making right there.
Yep.
So yeah, we we decided, yeah, we'll go for a couple of sofas, which you could do, and a little coffee table, and so on, to try and fill the space. And then it's like, hey, this is like quite close to Christmas. Let's and the first thought was we could bring a Christmas tree and we could hang swag from it, or something
Mm.
like that. And then it ran into we could get a TV and play the fire effect on the TV, or something. And yeah, Matt, who's in marketing, was actually like, well, maybe let's see if we can get a proper fireplace. So we went down that route, and we, I thought the answer was going to be no, because on this list of things that you could order was, yeah, just chairs, sofas,
Yeah. No
coffee
fireplace.
tables, whatever. Of course, there's not going to be a fireplace on there, but we just said, hey, could you rent a fireplace? Like, yeah, we can. We can. We've got two available. So it's like,
Oh, that's awesome.
what else do they have? So yeah, we actually had one of those electric fires that looks like a log burner.
Mm. Very
Um,
cool.
and yeah, we had some candles on there and whatnot. So yeah, it's very Christmassy. Nice little Christmas theme.
Nice, nice. And I
So
think
yeah,
last time we were saying that Lightning Tools was up for an award.
that's right. Do you mean this award?
I do mean that award. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So Lightning Tools, we won the most innovative modern workplace solution. So that was great. We were at the circus event in Copenhagen, and yeah, it came up that there was going to be the three runners up, and Lightning Tools got announced as the
Mm.
winner. So that was
Mm.
fantastic.
Very exciting.
Yeah, so that was our Social Squared product.
Mm.
So yeah, it is quite innovative, not just from
Mm.
the fact that discussion boards you wouldn't say are innovative really. They're
Right.
they're actually quite an old thing, but the fact that this is filling a real need inside of businesses, inside of SharePoint, and inside of Teams,
Mhm.
and the way that we've worked with the SharePoint framework in order to be able to provide it, is quite unique, I think.
Mhm. Mhm.
And yeah, we always take advantage of things like adaptive cards and so on as well. In fact, there was a good conversation that I was having with Vesa Yuvinen regarding this as well.
Mm.
I jumped onto his webcast, and we talked about how Lightning Tools got started,
Mm.
and so on. And there was a nice comment that came from, there's a lot of vendors out there that are always quite cautious as to what new features are coming out from Microsoft, because is it going to tread on their toes? Is it going to kill their product, and so on? And he said Lightning Tools are always really excited about what we're doing,
Uh-huh.
and they embrace it and think, how can we take advantage of that in our product? And that's exactly what we've done. So you've got things like Viva Engage and Viva Connections and so on, which it's adding to that employee experience, which slight overlap with what Social Squared is doing, because that's part of it as well. You could have conversations to make people feel more engaged inside the workplace and so on. But yeah, instead of trying to compete with that, we're like, well, yeah, people are using the discussion board. We can actually publish some of this information out to Viva Connections as well, using adaptive cards and so on. So yeah, it's very cool how we can do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good part of that conversation too. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, fantastic. So, and for those who don't know, yeah, so Vesa Juvonen is sort of heading up the SharePoint framework, which Social Squared is built upon. In fact, all of our products for SharePoint Online and Teams are all built under the SharePoint framework. So,
at Microsoft, yeah.
Exactly. So, so yeah, that's the trophy that we got. So yeah, very excited.
What are you going to do with it?
So that will make its way to the office, and yeah, maybe put it next to my MVP award or something. 2 little glass ones. Yeah, we should have brought that fireplace back from. Had a fireplace in the
put
office
it in the
with
office.
The trophies on it. Would have looked good.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, that was a great successful week. It was a great conference, and yeah, excited also for the European Collaboration Summit, which is the next one. That's going to be in May in Düsseldorf. I think it's the 24th and 25th. So yeah, if you want to get to a European conference, it's a great place to go.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah. In fact, there's also, I think it's the following week, there's the Thrive conference in Slovenia.
Yep.
And if ever you're looking for an excuse to get across from the US, I mean, going to Düsseldorf, you could then have a beautiful drive, if you like, through the Austrian Alps and into Slovenia. And yeah, it'd be a great way to spend a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, last year I might have mentioned, yeah, I did kind of that. I mean, they didn't have the conferences so close together, but I was in Germany as it happened, and I took the train to the Thrive conference in Slovenia. So the train through the Alps was very, very cool, and you don't have to worry
that was
about
like
driving.
a night train or something, was it?
No, well, it was overnight in Germany, but then by the time I got to the Alps, it was all daylight. So because it was a very, very long train ride.
Yeah, cool. That sounds great.
It was, yeah.
I've
So that's another
good
good
option.
actually. Yeah.
So, yeah. Excellent, good stuff. So, so yeah, we released the new version of Social Squared as well. So we had the webinar just yesterday. We showed off a lot of the new features, so things like the abuse reporting, terms and conditions, keeping track of moved topics as well throughout the different forums. Also the tag subscriptions and things like that. So yeah, hopefully everybody likes the new features, and yeah, that's now available for download from the customer area of our website, and the webinar's published up there as well. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, you can go back and watch that. So lightningtools.com, click onto webinars, and you'll see it as the most recent webinar.
Yep, I'll put a link to that too.
Sounds good. Fantastic. And so yeah, the next product that we're squeezing into this year is a DeliverPoint release. So we're going to be working on that one, and I think we'll talk more about that next week. But we do also have quite an announcement that's not our product.
Yeah, that's unusual, but
yeah, absolutely. So this was a bit of a surprise to us, and it's exciting. We kind of alluded to the fact that it might be something that we could talk about last time, but here we are. We can probably talk about it because they published it on LinkedIn. So, so yeah, basically, there is a company called Kudzu, KudzuSoftware.com, and Kudzu is a digital transformation company. They do a lot of automation type software. And this particular piece of software is about form migration. So there's a lot of people in the been using InfoPath for all of their business forms. There's also, as we know, other types of forms, and I hate it when I get these. I don't know about you, Sandy, but when somebody sends you a Word document, says, "Can you please fill out this form?" It's like, I hate these because you have to click into that field where it's like they've created a field with underscores or something, and it's like, well, if I start typing and you can see the rest of the Word document just like getting destroyed beneath where you're typing and so on. So yeah, you can take a Word document or a PDF, as well. That is a form that, of course, you meant to. They're also fun when you get to print them,
Right.
and then you
Right.
get to fill them out, and then you have to scan them, and you know damn well that your printer's going to take that moment to not talk to your laptop anymore. It's like, yeah, I feel like
Or, I mean, who even has printers anymore? I don't own a printer anymore.
I do have one for that purpose. I think that's the sole
Uh,
purpose is printing forms, filling them out, scanning them, and then sending them. So, so yeah, the nice thing about this is you can actually take those forms, or you can even take a drawing of a form as well. So you could sketch a form out, and I've not tried this yet. I'm really excited to try it, but you can use the Kudzu software to actually take that, and it will generate a Lightning Forms form inside a SharePoint list.
Awesome.
Like magic. So yeah, that's something that I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we'll be able to get a webinar sorted out where we can actually go through and do that as a demonstration as well. So yeah, so yeah, really looking forward to that one coming out. So yeah, check out kudzusoftware.com. It's not just Lightning Forms as well that it will work with. It works with our partners, which is Skybo. So they have the equivalent software. They're working in partnership on making that available. They also have Solution Builder and so on too. And there's also Nintex and K2 and so on that you can also move your forms into. So yeah, if Lightning Forms isn't your thing, and you happen to use Nintex forms or something, you could also use the Kudzu software for that purpose too. So yeah, it's
yeah, I got to meet the people behind that at the North American Collaboration Summit, and they seem like really good people too. So that's also important, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's not, like I say, it's not our product. You won't be buying anything from us. But if you decide that you like Lightning Forms, and you've got some InfoPath forms, or you've got some of these Word documents or PDFs, you could absolutely look at using their software to transform it into the SharePoint list and have a customized form using Lightning Forms.
Very cool.
So
Can't
yeah.
wait to try that out myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good. So that's on the horizon, and I think also in the new year we're going to be talking about our data viewer as well. So it's a product that we've not shouted out about a great deal, but yeah, the data viewer is a fantastic tool for building some reports or charts on a SharePoint list or library, but also some external content as well. So it'll work with BCS, which is, of course, our foundation. That's where we started off. So anything you've got with business connectivity services that you wanted to connect to, you could display charts and so on that, and also you could use it for things like Excel documents and so on as well.
SQL database, yeah. Somebody just I was just talking to the other day is using it for SQL Azure database.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. So obviously everything kind of has to be in the cloud. It's not that easy to connect to on-prem stuff, but yeah, you could connect to SQL Azure or to through OData or something like that too. So yeah, if you did want to publish your on-prem data out to the internet, then you can be able to basically consume it that way. So yeah, more on that in January. But yeah,
Good.
there we go. So looking forward to it.
Yep. All right. I think that's probably all we have for this week, but yeah, next week we're going to dive into the new Deliver Point features, what are going to be the updates, and we have a webinar next week already, so just 1 week from
exactly
on the new features. So yeah, I'll put a link to register for that too, and that'll be on permissions reporting and management. I don't know if we mentioned that's what Deliver Point does, but
yeah.
So anybody really needs that.
Correct. Yeah.
Some kind of permissions
Any size
reporting.
organization, any vertical that you're in. Yeah. If you're using SharePoint, you're probably going to need a permissions management tool.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just working with a customer yesterday that wanted to use Lightning Forms to, when they save an item, they want that item to be permissioned only to certain people that are named in the form. And so they were doing this in InfoPath. They want to break inheritance on that new list item from the library and then give permission to people who are named in a field in the form. So I showed them how to do that using HTTP request actions. But then I said, so in the end, though, you as a site owner are probably going to want to check out our deliver point tool to see who actually has permissions to all of those list items and possibly
for sure.
manage them after the fact, because that you're going to end up with a little bit of a mess. But
No doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
anyway.
It can get messy. So,
Mm.
and it's good even if you are well organized with permissions and so on. It's good to have that confirmed. You know, the right people can access your
Yes.
content
Yep.
and have that confidence. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, great. Well, I look forward to next week,
Yes.
where we'll be talking about Deliver Point, and hopefully, you know, we will enjoy the holiday season as well.
Yeah.
If you miss next week, and we'll speak to you in
Exactly.
the new year.
Yep. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Thanks a
Take
lot.
care,
See you
Sunny.
next week. Bye.
Bye bye.